Hello everybody, getting ready to do lesson 12.2 of Pre-Algebra Math, part 1. And then today we got a classwork here sheet of 34 points, and then we have a notebook guide of 2 points. Adding and subtracting polynomials here are our standards here, and then multiplying, dividing, and adding and subtracting polynomials. Today's bell work, multiple choice. What is the degree of this, students? And then for this situation here, another probability problem. Teachers, give your students 5 minutes for this. Okay, welcome back for our solutions. And then our degree here, the greatest degree is of this term here, which is a third degree term. So the degree of this expression here will be 3, and then down here each letter, we've got a problem here. Randomly select a card, and then without putting the first card back, find probability of selecting O, then M. So that's H up here. Here are our probabilities. So probability of selecting O and then M would be 1 out of 45. So the probability of selecting O then M would be 1 over 45. Okay, into our today's lesson, we have a notebook page 1, students. Notebook entry today, Costa Rica, $500 into a bank account. Later you deposit additional $600, let R be the annual interest rate. What is the balance of this bank account? And we're going to do that later on in the lesson, but enter this into your notebook, at least the amounts here about Costa Rica. You classified and simplified polynomials. Now you'll add and subtract polynomials. So interest rate, what is the balance A of the account 2 years after the initial deposit? In example 2, you will see how to solve this problem by adding polynomials. You add polynomials by combining like terms. One way to add polynomials is to align like terms in columns. If one polynomial is missing a term, you can either leave a space in the terms column or write the term with a coefficient of 0. And we'll see how to do that in this lesson. So example 1, find the sum here of A here. We have this sum here, an addition of 2 different polynomials. How will we add those? Or we're going to use the vertical method here. Add range like terms and columns. So we have x cubed here, x squared here, and then we have x to the first power in this polynomial, but not here. So we just leave that blank. And then we have our constants here, and then we just add. And negative 8x cubed plus positive 3x cubed be negative 5x cubed plus 2x squared plus x plus 8. Okay, and then our next example here, B, we have this one here. We have a term here that's to the 4th degree. We don't have that over here. So how will we handle that? We just leave it blank down here. And then we just add everything else together. We have all the others here common to each one of these polynomials. We combine like terms here, and we get negative 5x squared, negative 3x squared be negative 8x squared, then 3x, and then negative 6. So that would be the way that we would do it in a vertical format like that. Find the sum using a vertical format here. So let's do, students, this is you, and then we're going to do our guided practice here. Here will be the vertical format here. We do not have a square, a term up here to the 2nd power, so we leave that blank. And then for the 1st degree W, we have that here, but we don't have it there, so we leave that blank here. And then we just add like terms here in a vertical format, and we get this as our final solution. Students, this is yours. Pay attention to this. Use the same technique for solving that as well. Okay, adding polynomials horizontally now. For the savings account described before, the balance from the first deposit is given by the polynomial 500 plus 1000r plus 500r squared. After 1 year, the balance from the second deposit is given by 600 plus 600r. In both polynomials, r is expressed as a decimal. Find a balance a in terms of r after 2 years. So after 2 years, we plug in our 2 here. So we have 500 plus 600 plus 1000r plus 600r plus 500r squared, group-like terms. So we're going to put our like terms together here. We have r's here, we have our constants over here, and then this is an r squared here. We don't have an r squared here, so there's nothing to group. So in a horizontal format, we're just grouping terms in proximity to each other to add them. And then we come up with this, we combine like terms. So after 2 years, balance is this here. This will be the formula here for what our balance would be after 2 years. Evaluate the polynomial when r equals 0.02 or 2%. So when we do that, we plug in our 0.2 for that, and then once we calculate, we would have our balance. So when we do that, we have 1100 plus 32 plus 0.2 in this case, and that would be after 2 years, it would be when our rate is 2%, it would be $1,132.20 in this case here. Okay, so find the sum using the horizontal. This 2y cubed minus y here. This is a y, I know it's kind of shaded in, but that's minus y. And then students, this is yours down here using the horizontal format. So pay attention, students, how we do this one up here. And this is what our original problem here. And then we just combine like terms. We have a 2y cubed, we move that over here. So we group like terms together, so it's easier to combine them. And then these are negative 5y cubed and 2y cubed being negative 3y cubed plus 6y squared minus 3y. Negative 2y, negative y. So this will be your final sum here. Do the same technique down here, students. And that is 12.2 Pre-Algebra Math, Part 1. Part 2, Part 3 available at this email. Thank you very much.